What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Weeb Family.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Weeb Family.
Today we will be going over the newest chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. If you saw our last video, or even if you didn't, we are doing an anime art giveaway, and all you have to do is just subscribe and comment who you want a drawing of on any of our videos. We'll be picking monthly winners from the comments, more details at the end of the video, and as well as in the description. And even if you don't subscribe and are just watching, then we appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you. So, going right into it, chapter 248, the 20th of the decisive battle in the uninhibited demon-infested Shinjuku arc, titled A Lethal Strike Entrusted to Yuji by Higuruma. And yet, huge shout out right here to all the people pictured who literally stop our weekly suffering days early, so thank you. As we all saw in JJK chapter 247, we left off with our MC about to stab the ultimate bad guy Sukuna with possibly the only thing that could stop him. And the result? Not even fucking close. We see Yuji stab nothing but air as it seems Sukuna just passed right through him as they are on opposite sides now. We watch as the executioner's blade dissipates inside of Yuji's hand as he yells out for his fallen comrade, Higgy the Prodigy, that rivaled even Satoru frickin' Gojo. If even only for one chapter, that is. Sukuna starts putting Yuji's new body to the test as he assumes that Goro stance, letting all four hands fly. He knocks Yuji, aka I throw everything to the ground, and lets some dismantle slashes fly. Sukuna's hand, now almost fully healed after having to remove it himself last chapter to avoid that fatal strike from Higgy, he lets us know that even though after his death, Kamitoke is still gone. Which I guess makes sense, but also why all the build-up? Yorozu's gift to begin with, the epic delivery of it, and then the use of it for a fight and a half, and it's just gone for good now? Is the Tengen curse merger going to be weak to lightning, so Kashimo and the Kamitoke just had to get axed out for the story real quick? I just feel that whole Yorozu storyline was so rushed and could have been done way better, but that is a whole other video. Sukuna does comment, though, that even more surprising is the brat's stomach, which, as you saw in our last video, was turned into a goddamn game of tic-tac-toe, Sukuna's favorite pastime. We then get two familiar faces we have not seen for a while, Ui and Kirara, both of which I cannot say their names correctly. I am assuming they're both wrong. But I've been waiting for them each to play a bigger part. I feel she is never talked about enough with having a super interesting curse technique, and he's always just been an annoyance to me. My spoilers, I talked about it. I mean, come on, man, make yourself useful. At least just try. Believe in Sukuna in the sun, space. Clearly, bottom of the ocean doesn't work. Gojo showed that, but drop a nuke by his foot. Whatever, just fucking try something at least, you know? Come on, dude. Your sister's not going to, so, you know, we can sit here and theorize and hope that you're at least gonna fucking try. Right? But in one of the most important lines of the chapter, Sukuna realizes that he likely possesses a teleportation technique and states, as I'm sure so many people just, you know, hardcore copium addicts, you're gonna hate this. And I was like, oh, Shoko's back there healing him or stitching the man back together. And, you know, as much as it actually really does hurt me, but unfortunately, I really think it just means what it means. Gojo's gone. But on a good note, the rest of the cast, even the villains, so much more interesting, especially the fact that we know so little about them. The JJK Jump High alum and the villains alike. Cannot wait to get some flashback chapters on any of that context. Please get it. Sukuna though begins wondering if they are delivering them to that woman who uses reverse curse technique. No, that can't be it. Healing someone else is not even half as efficient as healing yourself. Her reverse curse technique has always been fundamentally different from himself's and Gojo's, but even then, she doesn't have that kind of power. Which finally sheds a little bit of light that aside from, you know, single-handedly keeping the tobacco companies going in Japan, she does have one amazing reverse curse technique. Sukuna, making the same realization that, you know, I and most others did back when this happened, Yuji clearly can use reverse curse technique. And, you know, it could have just been in that past month that he got trained. Maybe with his soul swapping, he's able to just go over and take other people's curse techniques once he's in their body and uses them. That could be, but honestly, I mean, Sukuna punched this man into a different fucking reality before all that. And he bounced back stronger than ever before and just ate so many slashes that I think honestly he might have just started doing it subconsciously, similar to Hikari during a jackpot, which, spoiler on, ultimately I do believe is exactly where Yuji will be very soon. Sukuna with more on that later. And just as interesting though, Sukuna pulls out his depressed face. Oh man. He wonders, what is this irritating feeling? Yuji's over here like, the fuck, are you good, bro? Why is he spacing out? We then get some inner monologue as Sukuna once again repeats his favorite mantra. If I want to eat, I eat. Kill, I kill. And that's who I am. It has never changed, and all people are to me is a way to pass time until my death. Period. He sees himself telling Jogo that he lacked the hunger to take hold of his desires. And a lot of this is going towards my Sukuna theory I posted. Check it out if you haven't already. Link will be in the description. He says, I've never thought about it. Ideals, desires that go beyond oneself. Their current ideal, you ask, is simply to kill me. Those standing before me now are martyrs, willing to die for their ideal. So just what is this irritating feeling? Men of the same stature challenged me 1,000 years ago. Could that mean that the one who's changed over the past millennium is me? And that you, the brat, are the crux of that? Well, my opponents 1,000 years ago were just other people. They seemed to me as nothing more than dying wishes. There were those who boasted about strength they didn't have. There were those obsessed with themselves. But this is different. Our souls were forced to coexist within the same body. No matter how many times I break him, no matter how many times I break his soul, he'll get right back up because he possesses an indomitable ideal. And in some even more revealing dialogue, the idea that a weakling far, far below me can rival me with nothing but strength of will and maintained ideals, that is something deeply, deeply unpleasant. And in what I think is probably the most revealing of all, my capabilities were simply too great. I wasn't bound by ideals. In fact, I loathed them. That's the sort of human I was. And then hits him with the which in Japanese translates to evil laugh, and now full on filling himself with both mouths smiling away, he says, don't consider this to be a change of plans though. Just this once, I have decided to take your ideals and mince them to bits. We then see instant information transmission. Kusakabe finally doesn't know something as him and Inoue scream asking, what is that? As the Kogane enters the battlefield, letting everyone know a player has added a new rule to the Colon game. And like most of you, aside from the little to few mentions that we get, I keep forgetting these little fuckers are just all over the place or can be summoned at any time. We then find out though that Rule 15 is the authority to begin the great merger between Tengen and humanity, which has now been transferred to Fushiguro Megami, aka Sukuna. The King of Curses starts swallowing the Kogane after it shrinks into a little ball. Pause there. And Kusakabe states Kenjaku's insurance. This is likely meaning Okotsu's surprise attack was successful, which in turn activated this. Regardless though, Sukuna doesn't strike me as the slaughter all humanity type. I thought we'd be better off with Sukuna since Kenny, just wanted to commit jujutsu terrorism out of curiosity. And you, myself included, are sure you guys are like, really dude? This guy's first thought was literally murdering women and children once he arrived to this era, but Kusakabe, I think at this point just really needs to catch a cleave. I'm sorry, but it's true. He does make one funny comment. Worst case scenario, if we beat Sukuna, we'll end up the country that houses that ferocious Tengen merger beast. And make all the Godzilla jokes and memes right there that you can. And I know his line of the week here, like a little girl, he just looks over and says, Kusakabe-san? Back to the men now. Sukuna lets them know, I will start by killing you all. After that, the remaining players in the cooling game, then I'll complete the merger and have some fun with the new Tengen. But then right in that instant, the concrete below Sukuna starts to break apart as Yuta fucking Okotsu has entered the fucking arena. Yuji's over like, Senpai, he apologizes for being late. Like, sorry, it took me a little bit longer than I expected to take out the main villain for most of the story, but I'm here to also finish up the work for you guys on the man that killed Sensei. Sukuna then launches a dismantle, but Yuta slashes it away, and then in honestly one of the most hyped moments in the entire story, Sukuna tells Yuta, put up a good fight now. If you don't kill me, everyone you want to save will die. And then if you weren't already on the edge of your seat, Rika's hand comes crushing down on the top of the King of Curses as she asks him, who the hell do you think you are talking to? And then, in probably the best possible response, Sukuna states, well, hello, Queen. The King of Curses versus the Queen of Curses. The right to the throne will be decided right here and now. And holy shit, I cannot be more on board for this. Definitely got theorized a lot early on, just because of obviously the name, King Queen, but finally here, and Rika and Sukuna look just as excited as I am. I definitely now see why we got the art of her so gigantic last chapter, but the only bad thing about this whole chapter was at the very bottom, and that is a break next week. Definitely, that sucks. But hopefully that just means the art is even more crisp. Gege is usually in his bag. It comes through when he has an extra week to get the chapters out. And according to the editor leaks we got earlier this week, the next 2 chapters were supposed to have something we had never seen, and tons of people obviously with their predictions like Shrine Reveal, Yuji and Yuta domains. I'm thinking if it's something that we have never seen, then we've already seen CTs, we've already seen domains. We've even seen a curse with domains, but we've not seen a curse and a sorcerer have domains that interact and enhance one another, or even 2 sorcerers for that matter. Well, if it's at all possible, who else would it be than the Queen and Yuta?
Yuta fucking Akotsu.
I would love to hear what you guys think it could be in the comments.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hate to ask, but we really honestly do appreciate each and every member of the Weeb family. I've been your dad, you've been amazing, and don't ever forget, even a cursed spirit can have rings. Peace.
Make sure to subscribe to the Weeb family.
Editor note, just thought about this. What if for Yuta to use his domain, Rika has to swallow them because it's actually inside of him? Just gotta throw that